So you've got Delenta, or you're thinking about signing up for Delenta, and the question now is, do you still need a website? Anke Herrmann here, business coach and tech monster whisperer. Well, I won't give you an answer to the question, but I will share some thoughts that will help you make up your own mind. Now, when you think about what you're trying to achieve with Delenta or a website or anything else you do, bottom line, you want clients, right? So in order for clients to sign up with you, they need to come to the conclusion that you are the right person to help them achieve what they want to achieve. Now, that means anything you create online serves as a filter. It only has one purpose: to filter the right people in and filter the wrong people out as quickly as possible. So your job really is to help people decide whether you're the right choice for them or not. Now, how do you go about that? Well, you go about that by answering the questions they have. And there's really only 3 questions. When somebody comes across you online in any way, the first thing they're looking at, and I'm doing this squinty face because I've watched people and I've observed myself browsing the internet. First thing is you go, what is this? What is this about? And you have a couple of seconds to capture people's attention. The question they're really asking is this interesting and is this relevant to me, right? If that's the case, the next thing they want to know, who the heck is this? What they're really asking is, do I like you? Can I trust you? And can you help me? And only when you got a yes to all of those, the third question becomes relevant. And the third question is, okay, what's on offer? What have they got? How can I get more? How can I get closer? And that part you can take a million ways. It can be as simple as read a blog post or check out my YouTube channel or get in touch and schedule a conversation. Or it could go straight to an offer. Whatever it is, but that last part, that offer part, won't get you anywhere without having answered those first questions. So the question isn't really, do you need a website or not? The question really is, how can you answer those questions that people have on their minds? And the website is one very effective way of doing it. And what makes it interesting, or I'd say almost a must these days, is like you own it, right? And that is really the big differentiator between your website and social media, for example, where, you're playing on somebody else's turf. So they, if you've ever had somebody have their Facebook account shut down or their LinkedIn profile limited and restricted, you know what I mean. So to have your own home base that gives you also a space to create assets. When by assets I mean blog posts, a podcast, videos, whatever it is that allows people to get a feel for you over time. Because especially with coaching, most people will not decide on a coach, the first time they hit a landing page or something. The first time they come across you, even if you spot on solve the problem they're looking to solve. And even if they really like you that first, in that first impression, there's a good chance they're not going to straight away pull out their credit card. They're going to have you on their radar and they're going to watch you for a while, right? And having your own website and creating content over time is one way of nurturing that relationship, of giving them pieces of you that help them decide whether you're the right person for them, right? So your story is really important there as well, because people will always hook into some part of your story. If you want people to connect with you, you need to give them something to connect to. right? In my case, I often get people write to me and some will say, oh, my cousin's second floor neighbor is from East Germany as well. So it's the East German thing. Some people say, oh, I've got rescue dogs too. Other people say, oh, I love Spain. I used to go there on holidays. Some people, the other day, somebody says, oh, I quit my corporate job in 2004 as well. So people pick that bit that resonates with them and it brings them closer to you. So that's really what you want to think about. How can you achieve that somebody who comes across you one way or another makes a decision to want to work with you ultimately? And at the end of the day, it comes down to trust, right? So as we said, like, a website is perhaps the best way to do it. Now, that said, your Delenta profile actually has a lot of the elements. It gives you space to answer a lot of those questions, right? So especially if you're starting out, if you don't have a bloglet, if you don't have a YouTube channel with loads of videos, if you're just starting out, well, your Delenta profile, where you can get an overview, this is what you're doing. There's your qualifications, your areas of expertise, and there's your offers. So it actually gives you an outline for that structure, right? So especially in the beginning, that may well be all you need. And another scenario where that profile may be all you need is if you get most of your clients offline, let's say, in-person referrals, workshops, offline events. If that's how you get your clients, well, then a website may not be on the top of your priority list. That said, people will Google you. More and more people will Google you, and what they are, even if you come recommended, right? If somebody recommends a plumber to me, first thing I do, Antonio, plumber, Cadiz, I look him up. And what I'm looking for is coherence. I'm looking for confirmation of what I've already heard about that person. And so you want to have that consistent presence throughout the internet. And that comes back to trust. That comes back to, are you who you say you are? Can I trust you? Do I like what you're on about? And so my suggestion would be, ultimately, yeah, you're going to want a website at some point. Now, whether this is now or whether for now the answer is not yet, really depends on where you're at with your business and how you get your clients to find out about you. So I hope this helps. And if you've got any questions, wherever, the option is to, get in touch and leave a comment or send me a message. I'm always here to help out. Talk to you soon. Bye.